Hello, my name is Doug Randolph, and this is my revised pitch for Salem. This game is a unique combination of a turn-based strategy RPG mixed with a standard roguelike. The theme of the game is loosely based on the Salem witch trials. The player controls a member of a covenant whose leader has been abducted and sentenced to death. The player's mission is to save the covenant leader. Throughout the 5 levels of the dungeon, the player will have to navigate through a maze-like dungeon turn by turn, killing powerful enemies and bosses while collecting currency and upgrade materials, all while avoiding the dungeon's devious traps. Along the player's journey to save the Covenant leader, players may find hidden areas filled with treasures. If the player dies, they will return to their hub town as a new character, retaining any currencies and upgrades they possess so that they can use their riches and materials to strengthen themselves for their next attempt at saving the leader. Each of the 5 maze-like levels will be procedurally generated and include randomly placed enemies and secrets, and should take a player an average of 15 minutes to complete. Each turn, players get 2 actions, moving and attacking. After the player has finished their 2 actions, all enemies in the same room will take their actions. Players will need to position themselves for whichever spell they choose to use. After killing the enemy, currency or upgrade materials are dropped and collected by the player. When in the hub town, players can use currency to purchase spells or use upgrade materials to enhance spells they possess. There are 4 spell elements, each containing 2 spell types. Each element uses a unique upgrade material that the player will need to find. Some enemies have weaknesses and resistances the players will need to figure out and be wary of. While in the hub town, players can also customize their spell loadout by selecting up to 4 spells to use on their next run. Throughout the dungeon, players may come across locked doors and cracked walls. Locked doors must be unlocked by finding a switch somewhere on the level, while cracked walls need to be burst open by the use of any projectile spell. Both secrets will contain treasure chests with currency and various types of upgrade materials. Players will need to collect as much money and upgrade materials as they can before they die in order to upgrade their attributes or spells. He or she will also need to learn each enemy's movement patterns, resistances, and weaknesses to help make it further into the dungeon. Each floor contains stronger enemies, so only skilled players will be able to move through each dungeon without upgrading. While on their mission to save their leader, players will encounter 3 NPCs locked in the early stages that can be released for unique upgrade capabilities in the hub town. Rescuing these NPCs will drastically increase the player's chances on succeeding in their mission. One inspiration for the game is Rogue Legacy and its upgrade systems and pattern-based enemies. Disgaea's turn-based strategy styling along with the Binding of Isaac's level layouts and secret rooms are another inspiration. The largest inspiration is a flash game called Dib's Dilemma by Random Thought, which is a tiles-based combat game with upgradable spells. Having a female protagonist opens up the game to a more diverse crowd, giving females a game that they can more easily immerse themselves in. The main risks of the game are the time restraint. Having only 3 months might be difficult to get all the stuff done. Being a new mix of genres that people aren't used to, roguelike with strategy RPGs, is also a big risk, as it's not been done very many times before. Being a roguelike, replaying areas is also a big downfall for some players. Thank you for listening to my pitch for Salem.